In previous video, how to combine CSV files together in Power BI using Power Query, I have promised that I'm going to show you how to do the same for Excel files. So today I'm going to show that, how to combine Excel files together by using Power BI, the best practice method. However, I'm going to also show the standard way of combining Excel files in Power BI, which I'm not recommending, but still I'm going to show you that it's possible. So first, navigate to a folder, click Connect, then navigate to the location of your Excel files. So the idea is that if you've got a location or folder in SharePoint or somewhere locally where you get files saved over a certain period of time, you would want then Power BI to over time continue reporting on all these additional new files that have been added to this location. So that's what this folder enables you to do. Um, Now, as you can see, I've got only two Excel files at the moment. So that's more than enough for the demonstration purposes. We're just going to click Combine Files, and we're going to let Power Query perform these automatic transformations in the background, and we'll see what it's going to give us. So now you need to select the name of the tab in the Excel file. As you can see, my tab is called Export inside Excel, and it has to be exactly the same name in each file. Okay, so here it has done that. As you can see, it's a little bit messy because it has created additional queries here. But it has combined all the files, nevertheless, including the name of the file to identify, perhaps if you need, the where the data is coming from what file. Um, it's done by performing a transformation here. What it does, it grabs a file. In our case, it has taken this file as a sample, and then it identifies the tab, and then it promotes the headers inside that file. And it performs exactly the same steps for other files, so based on that sample. So that's what Power BI does. Now, it's not always reliable in my experience, and I don't like that it creates those additional queries. That's another negative side about this method. If you've got multiple queries like that, then it will create for each of that query this additional set of queries, helper queries, that's what they call. Now I'm gonna show you the recommended method of how to combine Excel files together. First few steps are exactly the same. From this point, the steps are gonna be different. We're not gonna click combine files, instead we'll create a new column. And what we're going to do is we'll get the actual content of the files which are stored in that first column called content. We are writing the new formula. Excel.Workbook is the formula that enables you to get the actual content of the file. We'll insert content field, and then we can decide either we want to promote the headers or not. We'll write true in order to promote the headers. Then it requires some additional coding. As you can see, we cannot see the actual table yet. We need to specify the tab where the table is stored. For that, you need to write item in curly brackets and then specify the name of the tab. In my case, the tab is called export. Now, we are still not there yet. We need to get the actual table. You can specify the table by using index. In our case, the index is data. You you type data between square brackets. Click OK, and there is your table with the promoted headers. If required, in my case, I would like to use the name of the file to specify what date that file is for, and I want to allocate that date to a certain row. So I'll do that. First, I need to get rid of that xlsx at the end of my date. I'll do that by extracting delimiter, and then all I need to do is just change the type of the data. That's it. We can expand the data. I don't want to use any prefixes, so I'll deselect that. And there you have it. Now all the files are combined. The date is added to associated row. It's much cleaner, as you can see, if you compare to the standard method. Yes, there is a little bit of coding involved. However, it's more reliable. You've got more control over what you're doing and what you're loading.